chance if we live like them. So why don't you come with me to a place by the sea? We can swim, we can talk.
After our trek up the volcano, we're all ready for some R&R in the Aeolian Islands. It's time for a snorkel. We thought everything would be cloudy because of the black volcanic sand everywhere, but we were pleasantly surprised with how crystal clear the water is. Everything is brightly coloured, and we even saw a parrotfish, starfish, and an octopus. It blows my mind that you can climb a volcano one day and then swim right below it the next. It truly is an amazing world we live in. Back at Everlong, there's serious learning to be done. Juliet is teaching herself to dive.
Special occasion, Juliet's learning how to dive for the first time.
I just feel, no! Yeah, start duck down. Start duck down and just go like that.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey!
That was perfect! You worked out!
Nice!
Then it's time for an afternoon excursion. We all load into Hercules, our faithful tender.
Where are we going, guys?
Show me the mud. We're going to the mud.
We run into some ginger friends and end up at these famous mud baths.
What have we got going on here?
We're at the mud baths and we're slightly terrified. But we're going to go in anyway. Aren't we?
You go first.
According to the all-knowing internet, these baths emit potentially lethal levels of volcanic gas and produce a high concentration of carbon dioxide. This, combined with the signs everywhere saying not to get it in your eyes, all sounds pretty dire. But we've also read that it has rejuvenating qualities that will make you look 10 years younger. So we're in. To wash off the mud, there is the beach waiting. Although it's a sand beach, which is a huge novelty after all the rocky European beaches we've been on, it was a bit rough and a bit cold. Some patches are warm thanks to these volcanic vents. On our way back to Everlong, we meet some lovely Norwegians who give us a tow. And then they came around to have a drink and give us some priceless tips on the crossing to Spain.
This way. So here is lovely, but there's a lot of wind coming. At least it was when we were there coming through.
You get a mess there because you get wind from both sides of the wave systems.
But it was really nice here.
I think we're probably just going to come up to here somewhere.
Yeah.
And then come across.
This is Alger.
Wherever we go, we hear amazing stories. This couple built their yacht in their own backyard. It took them 7 years. That was 20 years ago, and they've had many adventures since.
So it's early morning, like 8:30. And Jared's down there working away because yesterday evening we got on board and had a swim and wanted to have a quick warm shower. So we turned the engine on and it was all good. And then when we checked the stats, the alternator doesn't appear to be working. We weren't getting any charge on the batteries. So now we're trying to work out, Jared's trying to work out what the cause of that is, because if we can't charge the batteries confidently, then we could have some issues with night sailing with all the instruments, etc. So we're busy investigating.
Investigations are taking place down here. They're on us, in the hole. Hey, G.
Hey! I'm just in the alternator box.
Oh shit! Over here we've got pomegranate explosions.
It's the last pomegranate that we picked in the drink. So it's going everywhere.
And we don't have a chance if we live like them. So why don't you come with me to a place by the sea? We can swim, we can talk, burn a couple of trees. You and me together, living life, love and free.